sword I will keep you from danger. Let me be your shield.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just you, me, and the odds. We stuck together, we two peas in a pod.
He's representing Norway, Christian Solveig. Starting to pull away at the finish line. Is going to be Solveig getting it done first.
We go together, we'll die, we'll never be.
Two very talented sisters, I might add. I'm here with Tuva and Kaya.
It's going to be Norby. Win on the red course side. Kaya.
When it's war, I'll be leading the charge, and I'll be still fighting for you tomorrow. Yeah, even with a blindfold or in different time zones, could find my way to you with my eyes closed. There's nothing between us. Go to Mars and Venus, stand in front of every one of them rocks they slinging and be a shield.
Your shield in the fiercest battle.
Not enough. Tuva with a 0.23 in the second run. Kaya will advance into the finals. Voracek going to cross the line first. He gets the win. Into the final they go. It's going to be Voracek there first to win today. Trying to straighten it out on the red, and it's going to be Kaya getting there first. Back-to-back victories. Back next year.
Choose joy. Choose the road. Choose your people. Choose your shot. Take it. Choose to get in there. Even better, get out there. That's it. Way out there. Choose your calling. Choose to really care. Choose to go for it. Just choose. We craft cars for those who choose to do more than simply move.
I'll wake up.
Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Refreshing and goes down smooth. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Look at me now, you better just... Let's go. Get out the way. Don't let me tell you again, I'm coming to win and coming to lose it. Don't let me tell you again. Get out the way. Get out the way.
As the founders of Surefoot, Bob and Russ Shea are obsessed with creating the perfect ski boot for you because they know that a properly fitted custom ski boot will make you a better skier, whatever level you're at. At Surefoot, they've developed a process that guarantees the perfect fit for each customer, and of course, they are obsessed with the process.
We have 300 experts in Surefoot on the world that all use the exact same process.
Surefoot, better fitting, better skiing.
This past season we went to Aspen in January and then Mount Denny, New Hampshire in March. You know, the first day was honestly pretty good. I had quite a bit of back pain on the second day, so I kind of was thinking I would get out in the first round, but Aspen is amazing. I just loved the mountain and had great fun. The weather was amazing too that weekend. I think I ended up second the first day, behind Christian, as most of the time. I was super happy with Tene. Again, very close fighting with especially Christian, although the field was actually pretty strong with a bunch of the new guys and East Coast skiers. But yeah, so I mean, it always kind of sucks when you lose that close the first day in the final again against the same guy. But I was able to win the day after, so definitely happy with the weekend. If you get first and second in the weekend, then that's a great weekend for sure. I've been on the tour or with the tour for I guess 5 or 6 years. Initially I started when I was still skiing for CU Boulder, and we always had conflict schedules between college races and the World Pro Ski Tour, and so we always did just whatever was possible to do. But in the last 2 seasons after I retired, I've done every single race and loved it. So that's my story. Right, I mean, I love sports and game sports, so tennis, soccer, beach volleyball. Obviously that's not something that you can get every day. I also love outdoors, so mountain biking, running, but to keep the body strong, CrossFit. I go to CrossFit twice a week at least. So I'm not racing anymore on the main league, the FIS league, and that brings even more passion to the World Pro Ski Tour for me, because I just don't ski as much as I used to, or don't compete. But it's the aspect of the community and the people that go there, the ski community, your friends. Obviously ski racing, just being on the skis, having fun course to do, combination on slalom skis, but around GS gates, and a lot of jumps and tactics in it. And then yeah, competing aspect to it, as well as the prize money, everything party. It's just an experience, and I love to spend my time that way. So whenever I have a good run, I usually feel it. You don't lose any grip, you're able to generate speed, and you stay on the ground, connected to the surface, and that's exactly what's happening when I'm driving this Mazda. So Mazda is definitely, from the beginning, I believe, one of the biggest sponsors for the tour. So I think they are, one of the key players who make the tour possible. But they also support athletes very much. They, usually for us as athletes, when we go to ski, we have to rent a car and try to rent some cheap car, then we don't fit in. Whereas for Mazda, the guys are doing amazing job just taking care of our logistics. It's just so much easier for us because you don't have to stress about renting a car and maybe not being able to get to it on time and all the stuff like it. Plus, when you get to drive this car, it's actually an experience as well. So it's just very joyful, and also much easier for us. Definitely want to see the guys and the company being part of the World Pro Ski Tour for the future, because I definitely feel like they belong there, and I love the people and I love the cars.
Some races I want to call out. Defending Aspen champion Christian Sober. Kurt Korosek, 2 volumes last year. Philip is back. David Ketra won Bear Valley last year. He's here. Aaron Milzinski won Bear Valley and Aspen here last year. Tuva Norway, 4 podiums last year. Sarah Rask, also defending champion.
We have beautiful sunny day today, and it's nice cold temps. This is minus 20 wind chill this morning, so the snow is nice and firm, and the hill's looking great. The athletes are so pumped, and we're ready to have a great day.
We did qualifications today, which was fun. It's always a little nerve-wracking starting the season. You don't really know where you're standing. But it went fine. I made the qualifications, and my goal for the next couple of years, it would be really fun to be in the top 4.
We got a lot of snow last night, but we worked hard to prep the track. It looks a little bit rough with flat light, but we're still going to race hard. There's still going to be a winner at the end of the day, so I think we just have to race hard and don't take unnecessary risk, but still race hard. So I think everyone's a little nervous, but that's ski racing.
Just done with the first round and was not good. I'm 2 tenths behind, so gotta go up, do a free ski run, and see if I could come up with a a little bit of a solution, a little bit more speed for that rerun.
Out on track they go, not taking any advantage is Lucas. Ketterer right there when the doors open up. Into the first jump they go. Ketterer looks to be a little stiff. He can tend to have back issues from time to time. Oh, down goes a rookie.
We had
dear.
a couple of ugly crashes today, and it's kind of one of the risks in especially dual slalom, people crashing into each other. I was right above him when it happened, so it's scary to see, but we all know it's part of the game.
Yeah, I mean, the vibes in the lodge were pretty high, and then we were all watching, and we watched David go down, and then we knew that it was pretty serious, and it could have been very serious. It was pretty scary, and so it's definitely a sobering, kind of somber experience, and you can tell everyone gets more quiet, everyone gets more afraid.
Yeah, so first round, second run of the first round, my opponent crashed, and I came over, he like fell and got like high-sided out, came over to my lane, I crashed into him. We like tumbled over each other, and one of his edges hit my neck up here, and I, thank God, had no major artery. And yeah, they fixed it up pretty well, and I decided to give it another shot in the second round and went out against Philip, who's now in the semi at least, I think. So he was like, thought I had some good speed, but it was also mentally a little bit a weird situation to just try to attack full, like 15 minutes after slicing your neck open.
Drop first for red. Here we go.
Out on track goes Normie with that 3.36 advantage built into the start. Puts her foot in a rut, gets some good energy out of the ski. Your former tour champion Normie out in front with the first run advantage. Touching down over the sports insurance jump and into the finish. It's Tuva Normie with the advantage with 1 to go. Into the third place spot goes Tuva Normie over Julia Tintori.
Here we go, race 1 of 2 for the finals.
Good even start, down the pitch they go. Mozinski on the red course side, gets bounced around a little bit of Ras, takes advantage. See who's gonna have the advantage when we hit the bottom jump with 5 to go. It's gonna be Rask out front here in their first of 2 runs. Here comes Mozinski, trying to straighten the line out. Closing the gap, Mozinski.
Oh, takes it wide.
Looks like she hooked her arm, looked like your shoulder was in pain. You hook an arm on those panels.
We're gonna swap that around. Rask is on the red course, and Mozinski is on the blue course.
So, after that tough break for Erin, hooking that arm, she's got a lot of work to do to make it up. Hopefully your shoulder's all right. We got tomorrow to come back and fight again tomorrow. So 0.8 of advantage is a tough one to make up. Into the bottom jump they go. Sarah Rask is going to get to the finish line first, and to the top step of the podium she will go, followed by Erin Mozinski.
And Rask repeats the first win last year, the first win this year. Nice job, Sarah Rask, representing Sweden. The battle of the universities down on the other side of the mountain range. You got Denver University, Cooper Cornelius, 4 years on the U.S. team, 2 NORAM wins. Philippe Walquist going to CU, the 2024 North champ in slalom. What happened there?
Yeah, he didn't keep that pole in the ground when he pushed off. His left arm went behind him. No way to start to try to play catch up to Walquist, who's been so strong all day. He's out in front, negotiating the bottom part of the course. We've seen some mistakes happen down here, but he's solid. He's in control. It's going to be Walquist over Cornelius.
Walquist taking third place, $2,500 richer, and Cornelius slides into fourth with $1,500 in his pocket.
I remember last year I got really lucky against this guy. He DNF'd. I'm sure that's not going to happen now, so I've just got to put down some good skiing.
And they're off and running.
Oh, Forchek getting a powerful start, not letting Sovek get away. Into the first jump they go. Sovek does have the advantage. Touching down. Forchek a little bit twisted. Sovek starting to pull away. Forchek seems to be bouncing through the ruts a little bit. He's getting low. He's looking late. Oh, Forchek looks like he's out of gas up there. He's just sending it off that second jump though. Man, I just been motored by the tour champion, Christian Sovek. Into the bottom 2 gates we go. Back to the top step of the podium goes Christian Sovek.
My mom was a ski racer when she was young, so she kind of I have two sisters, and I guess when we were really young, we were on skis, and we loved it and thought it was really fun, but we actually didn't start racing until, I think I was 9 years old when I first, was in a program racing with gates and everything. But at that point, I'd already been skiing a lot and always, having fun with my sisters, skiing in the woods and skiing in a lot of different ski areas around in Norway. So I feel like I've been a ski racer my whole life, but I didn't start racing until I was 9. But we're from a big family of skiing, so yeah, just basically skiing always.
I started skiing before I was 2. I started water skiing at the same time and did both growing up, but I started racing Alpine. I think I was 5. I was too young to be racing, but they let me enter the race and enter someone else's name because I really wanted to race. And then I just kind of started progressing up through. I just loved it. I would race the ski patrols in to get another run. But my mom named me Erin because she wanted a name that could be for a boy or a girl, because she pictured me racing down so aggressively people couldn't tell if I was a boy or a girl. So I don't think I had much of a choice to be a ski racer or not.
Yeah. I think I'm actually the only girl that's done every single pro race since they added the women's tour. So this is my 4th year on the tour.
Yeah, I think that I was saying that today. I think what's really important to remember, and I was telling the younger girls today, is that a lot of this is for fun. It's totally different than a FIS race or a NCAA where your team is riding on your back, or a World Cup where you put everything in it. It's a race for everybody. And everyone asks me, okay, what do you need to come do this race? I'm like, a pair of skis, and you have to pay your entrance fee. And other than that, it's anyone can enter. And so I think that their whole thing is that if you retire, you can go into this race. If you stop going to NCAA, you can go into this race. If you are from Aspen and you always wanted to do it, you can enter this race. And so I think that's what sets it apart. It's for everyone. It's for the people. They really listen to the athletes. And I think that we have to make sure that we always keep this sense of fun, and that people do it here, especially because they love to ski race, and that's why they come back. I was talking to one of the guys today, and he has a great job, and he took off the day to come here just because it's fun, not because of prize money, or he just wanted to come ski race. And so I think that that's what really sets it apart. And this camaraderie, everyone kind of tries to help each other and build each other up and share some tips and things like that. And I think it makes everyone faster and coming back for more.
And it's fun with all the different elements. You won't ever go to a FIS race or anywhere else where you see 3 jumps on the course. Yeah. That's very unique. And it's cool for us that's done this for a while now, because we know the jumps they're fine. It's fun. But when we see the new people come in, they'll be like, whoa, those jumps looks huge. Most people are like, yeah. But then they try them, and it's just fun. And the start gate it's fun. It's fun with the different elements that you don't see in any other races.
Yeah, and it keeps it a little bit more fair, because Tuva, I think, has skied 3 days this year, and she qualified within the first run. And I think that kind of, it gives the people who do a lot of pro tour a little bit of an advantage, because there's so many different elements to learn, that it also keeps it more fair. I was talking to Michael Ankeny last night, who's a tour veteran, I guess.
Oh yeah.
And he was just like, trust that you have so much more knowledge about these weird things that are added into pro tour, like the jumps or the start.
Yeah, the start is everything.
Yeah.
The start gets very important.
I'm feeling great. I'm excited for the weather today. Looks like an amazing day. I don't get to spend that many days on snow anymore, so it's very enjoyable when you get a day like this. From the physical side, of course, obviously a little tired. It's a lot of runs when you make it to the semifinals, so my back is sore, but otherwise feeling great and excited.
Yesterday in the first competition I ended 3rd, so that was fun, and it was really fun to be on the podium with Erin. So we had 2 sports insurance girls on the podium together, so that was a great first day, and I'm excited for the second day.
I think it's super fun. I mean, racing against all these girls is awesome. Taking a bunch of runs is super fun. This is an environment I don't usually train in, I guess, and the jumps are really fun. And I just think, I mean, the further you go, the more runs you get, and I think that's just awesome.
Tuva's over on the blue course side. She carries the advantage out the first run. As the lights go green, out on track to come with that advantage to Norby. She jumps out there. Fredrickson over on the blue course side. Tuva on the red, looking clean and smooth and settled into her skis. Fredrickson going to try to battle against her. In the midsection of the course they go. Coming into the Celsius jump, it's going to be Tuva Norby with the advantage on their second run here, determined at third and fourth place. Fredrickson trying to close in. Not going to happen today. It's going to be Tuva Norby in the third place spot and Evelina Fredrickson in fourth.
Kaya has never won a World Pro Ski Tour race before. Mia has never been in a World Pro Ski Tour race before.
And out goes Norby with that 6/10 of advantage after the first run. Can she hold it together? Norby down the pitch. Kaya Norby. Sister just worked her way to third. Let's see what Kaya's got. And it's Kaya Norby with a commanding lead as she heads to the finish. The first victory. Oh, off goes Mia on the blue course side. And it's going to be Kaya Norby taking the win here today. She looks back up the hill for Mia. Big hugs in the finish crowd and smiles to these ladies. Great racing here today on the women's side. The Norwegians battling it out here for third and fourth place. Wahlquist gets the jump, coming out on start with a narrow advantage after his first run. Trouble over on the blue course side, a little stutter step for Hirschhammer. Wahlquist out in front. Hirschhammer's been so powerful. He down to the bullet, over the jump he goes. It's Wahlquist with the advantage. Oh!
Off goes the shoe for Hirschhammer. Hammer down. Hammer down.
Wahlquist back in third place.
I'm just trying to be consistent and not screw up, and it's working so far.
Green means go. We're off. Last run of the day.
Perkins out there first with that advantage in the start doors, but we've seen Sobek do it over and over again. He knows how to pour it on when he needs. Throws a stivet in there to get the edge angle set over that top jump. And it's Sobek right alongside, but Perkins is out in front. Over to Celsius jumps he goes. Here comes Sobek. Freight train alongside Perkins. Perkins working for all the energy, get out of the ski, and it's Sobek going to touchdown first. This guy is a machine, hammering away. Get Perkins straightened out at the bottom here. Sobek out in front. Perkins doing everything again. It's going to be Sobek.
And Sobek, as you said, freight training down, found the opportunity to load up the bottom of the skis and wins it one more time. Back-to-back victories here at Aspen.
Tough Shed, a million uses. One of them tough enough to protect whatever's valuable to you. Tough Shed storage buildings and garages, coast to coast. For the store nearest you, call 1-800-BUY-TOUGH or visit toughshed.com.
Let's meet at the intersection of security, innovation, and agility to excel in today's complex digital business world. Let's meet an increasingly connected world with clear vision and realize its impact on our daily lives. Let's meet the demands of a new kind of workforce and enable employees to work smarter and live better. Let's meet the next technological frontier together. Blue Mantis.
Looking for a ski resort that delivers big mountain fun, where you can maximize your time on the slopes? Welcome to Tenny Mountain, with thrilling runs, 5 times more snowmaking coverage new this year, and a variety of trails for all levels. Tenny offers the ultimate independent resort experience. Tenny features 1,500 feet of vertical drop and 130 acres of terrain, located less than a 2-hour drive from Boston. Join us for the next World Pro Ski Tour in March. Tenny Mountain, perfect for your next winter adventure.
1, 2, 3,
Choose adventure. Then dive right in. And after that, choose to keep going. It's your call. You can choose a change of scenery, or choose a change of pace. The Mazda CX-50 Hybrid lets you go farther. What you choose to do with those extra miles is up to you.
Up.
I'm Ed Rogers. I'm a founder of the World Pro Ski Tour. Actually, when it was founded, it was called the Great Ski New England Classic. Then we went on to, we started growing, and we had 2 tours. We combined them into one, and we went national when the World Pro Skiing Tour dissolved, and we got all the big racers. And we grew and grew and grew. We had great races from the World Cup. We were on network TV, ESPN, all of the different networks. We went to Chile and Argentina in the summer. We went to, the next year we go to New Zealand and Australia. With New Year's Eve, we always spent in the Alps in Europe, two events there, one in Austria, one in France. Then we went, middle of winter, we'd go to Japan or maybe South Korea, then come back and finish up in Aspen and having one big blowout there. And that went on until 2000. That's when we kind of shut down. We had some internal problems, and we were down for 7 years, and we started it back up again. And I stepped away because I thought at 80 years of age, maybe I shouldn't be meeting with 27-year-old marketing executives to try to talk into sponsorship. But I decided I better jump back in, and I got involved with Chris Neary from the clothing business, and he wanted to be involved. So I worked with him for a while and said, "Yep, you're the guy to take over." And he put together a package to buy in, and now running it. I think he's going to be maybe better than me at my peak. Yeah. To make a tour really good for the racers, you know, and to make it legitimate. So if we had 80 racers that could, number 80 or number 30 and number 50 would make at least as much as they could being a ski coach or an instructor or something like that, and number 1 would make in the millions, that would be our ultimate goal. And you know, that everybody that races and travels can make it on the tour. So we're going to start helping the racers. If you probably noticed around, we have this sports insurance team, 4 or 5 of the women, and they represent sports insurance and do promotions with them, and they wear their stuff and they get visibility that way. And if we can put together 2 or 3 more teams, you know, with major sponsors that take care of all their expenses and all that, that makes a big step in the right direction of making this a livelihood. Well, I'll guarantee you that anybody you talk to on that's been involved, like myself or Kevin, you know, some of the racers, this is a highlight of their life too.
Well, it's not for raw food. This is going on the snow, and we're going to get it down, firm up that snow today. It's a very warm day, sun's out, so we got to get some salt on just before the jumps.
Hard to say, it's a little softer, but Barrett did an amazing job preparing the course and putting some salt in, so I'm hopeful, and I think it's actually going to be really good for the weekend.
Yeah, this is my first race, so I'm super excited. It's going to be so much fun.
I started today. I love it. It's sunny. I get to see all my friends.
I started today and I think it's awesome. I will definitely be back.
I really like it. I think it's so much fun. I mean, all year we just compete for ourselves, but then here you also compete for yourself. But it's fun chasing someone next to you.
So I was skiing down to figure out if I wanted to salt yet, and the athletes had noticed a little piece of wood sticking out. They marked it with a twig, and as I started digging away at it, it was apparent that I'm not getting it out without some shovels. And of course we got the shovel, we found about 4 feet of it, and Mark was using a chainsaw. And then we lifted up on it. Well, he was 3 inches from the end of it, so we didn't need the chainsaw. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move this in a panel. It's not really in the line if they're on the right line. Because it's narrow, I don't have much room to play with. So we're going to move it a panel. They'll be going faster. We'll make it straighter to the finish, and we'll be racing.
Norbe, she has got a slight advantage over Elena Exenberger. This is the battle for 3rd and 4th down the pitch, trading and polling, trying to figure out the best way to get this run rolling. This is to decide the 3rd and 4th place. Norby with the advantage, only 0.045. It's Norby, all kinds of trouble on the boot course for Exenberger, giving it up over the Tenny Mountain jump. It's going to be Tuva Norbe in 3rd place today, and Exenberger in 4.
away.
Hang out on track. Oh, powerful start by Norby. Getting it out of there fast, as she had the advantage after the first run, but a blink of the eye. Here they go with the Mazda jump. It's Norby out in front. Mozinski right there with her, though, on the blue course side. This is going to be a close one over the Celsius jump. It's Norby out in front still. And it's trying to close the gap as Mozinski getting bounced around. It's going to be Norby. Off course goes Mozinski.
That's unbelievable.
It's going to be Kaya Norby winning here today. Mozinski goes off course, getting bounced around, getting a little rough out there. What a finish for this run. Oh, yellow light's gonna turn green. Both these UNH Wildcats out on course.
Okay, pay some bills, buddy.
Good, strong start by both these guys, really striding and pulling, trying to get in the groove, get some energy out of the ski over the Mazda jump. Anybody's race looks like maybe on the blue side. Zach with a little bit of an advantage.
All over the place.
Dahl is struggling there on the red course side, but we got the rest of the run to put it together. Dahl trying to do what he can, and it's out in front. Tiglu with the advantage on the blue course side. He knows he's got it across the line. They go. Where'd Dahl go?
Tiglu takes third, and Dahl sliding into fourth, walking away with some heavy nickels.
Run number 10, so definitely feeling like I've done many runs today, but excited at the same time. First run was very close between me and Christian, so just see whoever is faster in this one will like to win it.
Looks like Voracek maybe a little bit of an edge through the rough part of the red course. Solvik out in front. Voracek hanging in there. Can he close the gap? Solvik owns the first run by 0.173 through the midsection of the course, heading to the 10 jump. Voracek doing everything he can. Here comes Voracek. He's going to get it done today. Across the line he goes. Voracek wins by 0.73. Needed to make up a 1.73. Not going to do it. Voracek. And on the top step of the podium today, Kaya Norby.
It's amazing here. Honestly, it's a really, really, really good event, and I hope we can come back every year.
Once again, the top step of podium. Is anybody going to be able to stop this guy? Christian Solvik.
I mean, there was a lot of tight battles today, so I just managed to get a little lucky every round.
Hi there, my name is Chris Hill with Mazda North American Operations, and I'm here at beautiful Tenny Mountain in New Hampshire. The weekend's been great so far. Perfect spring-like conditions, beautiful weather, the snow's holding up great. The team here at Tenny Mountain's doing a great job for the World Pro Ski Tour this weekend. The overall vibe of the qualifying yesterday was great. It was great to see these young and old competitors, right? This field is made up with such a diversity of talent and athletes. We've got college-age kids, we've got former World Cup skiers, former Olympians. It's great to see them all competing head-to-head in this unique World Pro Ski Tour head-to-head format. Qualifying was great. I think the snow held up nice. The team at the World Pro Ski Tour did a great job with the course, and I think the athletes all had a great day. Mazda is excited to be part of the World Pro Ski Tour again this year. Mazda's purpose is to enrich the lives of those we serve through the promise of providing uplifting experiences. There's nothing more uplifting than spending a day at the mountain with your family, or a day at the mountain competing with these athletes, or watching these athletes compete on this unique format of the World Pro Ski Tour. That purpose and that promise that Mazda has is fulfilled by three key values that Mazda shares with the World Pro Ski Tour. Those values of human centricity, putting the person, the customer, or the athlete at the center of everything that we do. Mazda really believes in that. That's why we build cars around the driver to provide the best driving experience possible. The second value is challenger spirit. Mazda is a challenger brand. Been in business for 105 years, been in the US for 55 years, and really a small player in a big field of automotive brands, but one that tends to punch above its weight, not only with the quality of our products, the design of our products, but also through the experiences that we provide for our customers at our more than 530 dealers across the US. And then that final value that Mazda shares with the World Pro Ski Tour is omotenashi. Loosely translated, it's a Japanese word that means hospitality, or really putting someone else's needs in front of your own. So the World Pro Ski Tour does a great job of that here, making sure the athletes are well taken care of. There's a great race venue for these athletes to really show everyone visiting Tenny Mountain or visiting wherever the World Pro Ski Tour stops, show their amazing athletic capability and put on a great show. Mazda has a really great opportunity to help athletes in the World Pro Ski Tour by providing vehicles for them to get up to the mountain. So we can't do it for all of them, but what we try to do is provide a few vehicles out of our press pool at some of the different locations that we travel to. So for example, here at Tenny Mountain in New Hampshire, we pulled some cars out of our Boston press pool and allocated them to a few athletes for them to carpool and get a chance to experience Mazda on their way up to the mountain. It's great for a brand like Mazda to have people in the cars and experience them so they can then talk about them to either other athletes in this case or to their friends and family. It's been great to hear the athletes we provided vehicles to. It's been great to hear them come up to me and say, hey, I didn't know Mazda was this amazing. I didn't know that Mazda had this type of quality interior. The vehicle handled great coming up from Boston and getting up to the mountain here. So those kind of, that kind of conversation that we have with athletes, that kind of experience that we can provide to athletes is exactly what the Mazda brand is about. We're helping enrich these athletes' experience this weekend by providing them vehicles to get them safely to and from the mountain. My overall expectations for this weekend is, one, the World Pro Ski Tour provide a great show for the families that are coming to Tenny Mountain today, and then those watching on TV. I would say equally as important is to make sure the athletes have a good time, have a safe racing experience, get a chance to show us their amazing skill and their amazing athletic ability. And then I would say also close to the top there is give fans a chance to see Mazda vehicles. They may not have been familiar with the Mazda brand. We've got a couple on display here. We've got athletes driving them up to the mountain. So we give those visiting Tenny Mountain a chance to see our products, come up and talk to me about our products. I'll get a chance to go on the live stream with our announcers today and get a chance to tell people a little bit more about Mazda.
Get out the way.
As the founders of Surefoot, Bob and Russ Shea are obsessed with creating the perfect ski boot for you because they know that a properly fitted custom ski boot will make you a better skier, whatever level you're at. At Surefoot, they've developed a process that guarantees the perfect fit for each customer, and of course, they are obsessed with the process.
We have 300 experts in Surefoot on the world that all use the exact same process.
Surefoot, better fitting, better skiing.
I'm Randy Pattison with the World Pro Ski Tour. We're here at Tenny Mountain, and I am the start coordinator. And we're just having a little delay right now. We've had some areas on the courses that have been really rutting in. We've been having a lot of people coming through with some softer snow, so we're having a couple of issues, and we're fixing those issues right now. And what we have to do sometimes when we fix an issue, if it gets too deep in the rut, is we have to move the gates over a little bit, but we have to reset that gate. And so anytime we make a change like that, we want all the racers to go down and look at it. So we've got the racers down there right now. They're looking at it, they're inspecting it, they're making sure that it's going to come out all right.
There are some bumps in it today, so it's even more challenging. But for me, it's pretty fun. So I'll try to do some good skiing, and then we'll see.
it's anyone's game. It's the courses are bumpy. If you mess up the start, if you make a mistake, it really is head-to-head racing, and so I think that it evens out the playing field with experience.
Pretty smooth, but it's smooth and hard, so it should be a little less variable than yesterday, but we'll see. It got pretty chunked up after first round yesterday.
Back to the tail. Oh, she messed that
boy,
one up
that's going to be
badly.
costly.
Just wrong timing. Trying to get that jump over the defending tour champion, Erin Milzinski. Here she comes, fighting back hard is Exenberger, but it's Milzinski in control over the Celsius jump into the Tenny Mountain jump. The Canadian comfortably out in front, the first of two runs. Here comes Exenberger charging hard. She gets it done at the bottom. Exenberger fights back hard to win the run. It's Exenberger with the win, 3:03. Wow, just when you look like Milzinski had it, Exenberger turns it around and wins the run there. That was a power charge at the bottom. Exenberger turned it around on her with 3 to go in the red course with a 3:03
on course
advantage. And Exenberger gets a great start over on the blue course. Here comes Milzinski, though, trying to turn around that 3:03. She knows the red course gets quicker down here. She can make it through this section without any problems, staying in the center of the ski. Milzinski and Exenberger over the Celsius jump, touches down. Here's the opportunity for Milzinski to try to straighten it out. Exenberger still has the advantage. These gates can be quick down here. Milzinski trying to straighten it out across the line to go. Milzinski wins the run, but not by near enough.
I was happy with myself that I kept up with everyone, but I wish that I could have been obviously on the top step of the podium. But with not much skiing this year, I'm really happy with how it went.
Skiing in the big final with you, that has been our dream this whole time, but we've never had the chance to meet in a big final because we've always been meeting in the rounds before.
The advantage is Kaya out front over Tuva as they work their way into the Celsius jump. Good skiing by both of them, equally touching down into the Tenny Mountain jump. Maybe it's a little bit of Tuva taking it away, but here comes Kaya. Looks like Kaya's gonna have it at the line. That red course gets straight and quick at the bottom there. Kaya wins the run by 2:02. A rough ride today as here we go. The lights go, 3 yellow, 1 green. Doors open up and out on track to go. Kaya over on the blue course has that narrow margin of victory after the first run of a 2:02. Kaya and Tuva touchdown over the blue jump, and it's bouncing around as Tuva over on the red course side. Kaya out in front and charging away, but we've seen the red course turn it around over the Tenny Mountain jump, trying to straighten it out on the red, and it's going to be Kaya getting there first. Back-to-back victories. Tuva wins the run by 0:39, not enough to make it up over the 2:02 sister Kaya had. So Kaya on the top step of the podium and Tuva on the second.
We weren't aware of Christian Sovek. He shows up in Aspen last season, won that, took a second, won Bear Valley, took a second, and started amassing cash. Won the tour last year. This is the small final, run number 1. Sovek on the red, Temetskalou on the blue.
Temetskalou doing a good job trying to keep it close, but Sovek so powerful out of the start. Let's see what he has for this red course as they touch down here. The second turn's wicked rough. You see him bouncing around. Double rut developing. Oh, he's all kinds of twisted and sideways. It's Temetskalou trying to make it close here. We see what happens in the red course after the tinny jump. It gets straight, it gets fast, and as the big guy crossing the line with significant margin across he goes with a maximum differential going to your tour leader, Sovek. Got it done fast, and we getting it done here. Here we go, out on track they go. This is a small final. Sovek with the advantage after the first run of a .70 on the blue side against Zach Temetskalou. Say if Zach has anything for Sovek, he's getting basic. No way. No way, Ray. I am done. So
it's a little
Zach
surprising.
In fourth, and here he comes. Nice
Bravissimo!
Yes. Style points for Sovek.
Yeah, I give that
Good
a
stuff,
7.5.
gentlemen.
That's right, the Russian judge gives him a perfect 10.
There was a lot of up and downs today because of the conditions, right? And we could see down here the last 3 gates on the blue. People were crashing, DNFing, losing a lot of time. Got to be strategic. So again, you make it to the finals, that's 10 runs a day. And you know, if you do any major mistakes because you don't pay attention to the rods, then you don't make it to the final. And so just gotta really be consistent. Be aware of all of these things that are waiting for you on the course.
It's over to Celsius jump, down in his tuck, really absorbing the jumps and the energy. Voracek going to cross the line first. He gets the win, 1:49. Voracek takes it with a .149. They'll go back and switch courses one more to determine our champion.
He knows how to get out of those gates to his advantage. This is going to be a good run.
So Wildcats in the buff, facing off here in the finals. Back in the tails of the skis, they go out on track. Voracek gets a big jump. The big guy knows how to get out of the gates. He holds on to the 1:49 advantage after the first run. Into the Mazda jump he goes, touching down through the rattly part of the course, keeping it clean, keeping it smooth. Here comes Dahl, pulling alongside. Voracek get to the second jump, over the second jump. Oh, Dahl wild, but Dahl's still out front. Dahl's trying to make up a 1:49. Into the final they go. It's going to be Voracek there first. The win today. What an effort by Hayden Dahl. Voracek pumps his fist in the air. A big high five from the two of those guys. What an incredible day of racing. Never giving up. Voracek is super psyched today.
Amazing, feels amazing because I was in the final so many times and I've done stupid mistakes, sometimes just slow, sometimes stupid mistakes, sometimes, DNF. So I'm really grateful that I've been able to make it today finally.
Thinking about college? Then you should think about the University System of New Hampshire. Here in New Hampshire, you'll join a robust community spread across 3 institutions, each committed to getting you hands-on experience to launch a career and become part of the thriving economy of industries right here in our state. And you'll do it all surrounded by the natural beauty of New Hampshire. Learn, grow, and thrive in a place as inspiring as your future. The University System of New Hampshire. Your next step starts here.
Choose joy. Choose the road. Choose your people. Choose your shot. Take it. Choose to get in there. Even better, get out there. That's it. Way out there. Choose your calling. Choose to really care. Choose to go for it. Just choose. We craft cars for those who choose to do more than simply move.
I wake up.
Tough Shed, a million uses. One of them tough enough to protect whatever's valuable to you. Tough Shed storage buildings and garages, coast to coast. For the store nearest you, call 1-800-BUY-TOUGH or visit toughshed.com.
So, awesome weekend so far. First time having the World Pro Ski Tour here at Tenny Mountain. It's been something that, to me, will be, I believe, a big catalyst of our growth. I had a chance to meet Chris, probably 6 months ago, I'd say now, maybe August, September time frame, and start to get to know him a little bit, and had a lot of just ideologically similarities, and where he was at with the World Pro Ski Tour as an investor, but wanted to take it over. I'll call that almost blow-up startup mode. It's kind of where we are at Tenny Mountain. I bought it 2.5 years ago and really had to blow it up. Been in and out of business for the better part of 30 years. Great hill back in the 60s and 70s, but need a lot of love. And we're kind of in that same mind of blow it up and we're in startup mode, So, and this tour was hugely successful due to the amount of planning from Chris and the World Pro Ski Tour team, my team. Met and we met and we met. We planned the hell out of things, and everything went great except for, what's her name, Mother Nature?
Yeah, she'll get you every time.
She's undefeated, I believe, and she's thrown us a couple curveballs, and we've done our best we can to hit them, and it is what it is, man. We're still having a phenomenal weekend. The athletes are still having a great time. A little warmer than we would like, but it's still a great success,
I took over in October, and the philosophy was to make it more than just skiing, make it more of a entertainment weekend for the racers, their families, the community, and sponsors have stepped up to help that out. We've got some good live music in your lodge last night, which was great, and we're bringing crowds onto the mountain. You know, a big part of going from a big resort like Aspen or Steamboat or Taos, coming to a mountain like Steve's Tenny Mountain here, you're getting a lot of personal relationship and then some pretty powerful teams working together to pull, you know, professional level race off.
Opportunities to these athletes, they can't make a lot of money in the ski industry. It's tough. You know, if you're in the Olympics, if you're a medalist, you get sponsors. But if you're not, you might just be working your ass off your whole career and not ever make some money. So these kids are super stoked to come here and, you know, race the World Pro Ski Tour and leave this weekend with some big checks, you know, and seeing the guys and the girls who won yesterday holding that big $10,000 check. I mean, that's a hell of a payday for someone who doesn't make a hell of a lot of money, you know. And I think it's awesome. What Chris and the World Pro Ski Tour team have done is just incredible. You know, the men and women get paid in parity, which again is something in today's day and age should matter to people. And I think Chris has done a tremendous job leading it and making some changes where every athlete leaves with a check who makes it to the money rounds. I think that's awesome. And we just saw yesterday a couple unknown kids from UNH almost made it to the top. You know, made it to the quarterfinals and going against some of the best world-class athletes, and it was impressive, man.
We had representatives here from Chile at Tenny Mountain talking about trying to bring a race to Portillo. We've had multiple conversations with Japan to have some kind of World Pro Ski Tour after party after the Olympics, which would be great. And there's, you know, Hokkaido, Sapporo, we're not sure yet, but, you know, more snow falling there than anywhere in the world. And, you know, and our commitment to the athletes is really important, that we're trying to give them enough races and enough prize money that they can actually make a career. As Steve said, you know, if you're on the big stage, if you're not coming in the top 3, top 4, you're not winning a lot of money. It costs you more money than you're making, and that formula doesn't work. So those folks are invited to come with us and enjoy the good times. Plan to have a 8 to 10 race tour in the very near future, 2026, and we're going to work our damnedest to get there.